Football League.
Mike Tirico along with Gxlden. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
They try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put two guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a first down.
21 yards. First down, Lions.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On play action, Goff. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Open man. It's Jameson Williams. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down. Getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Every Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll go play action with Goff. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
A toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around?
And he will take this one across into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, started the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage. And and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. And that'll set up fourth down.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready now for their second drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Laporta in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and a couple. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And this will be a Lions first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. A gain of 12.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
A second down throw for Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And now it's 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Room to run past the 30. And he's taken down up past the 35. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down. Hurts will try it again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Barkley's got the 1st down and more. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He finds Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. Points to his receiver who the defender
In trouble, and down he goes.
So third and goal inside the 5, Mike. Defensively, what you're trying to do is, of course, keep him out of the end zone. But the second step is don't allow them to have any decision about whether or not they want to go for it on 4th down. So now after that sack, they take the loss and probably leads to a field goal attempt.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
A loss of 2 yards.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 1. It's 7-6.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Detroit.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give him the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they're a handful to track down. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 2nd down, Goff. Working 3 downfield, it is Williams. It is a huge play for Detroit. 31 yards.
want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
To throw is Goff. To the goal line and in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 14-6 lead.
14, Eagles 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
Complete to number 11, A.J. Brown. A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. As we are ready to get back underway. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
Man in motion is Brown. A first down throw for Hurts. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
On third down, here's Hurts. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Once again, it's Barkley. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
At the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. They'll take this down to the 23. Amik Robertson there to bring him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Lions have come up with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
That's good. We're on Lions. First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Detroit.
So anytime you find yourself in a backed-up situation like this, Mike, there's 2 goals. You want to pick up 2 first downs, and then after that, of course, you want to go down and score. So First objective is complete. Let's see if they can pick up another.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
Detroit Lions, first down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Laporta in motion. Goff to throw on first down. He'll get this out to his running back. And good work defensively to slow him up before he could get free. He's ushered out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways. And they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Lions first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Second and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Bates now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions extend it to a 21-6 advantage.
Eagles 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. The play fake, Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Jalen Hurts on second down. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Hurts. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's over the middle, caught by Tesla. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 18 yards, what a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league, Mike. These slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break their route off. It gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Laporta in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. The right side, that's St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's got it, 1st down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Goff. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play, and now it is third and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And that is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And now they're faced with a fourth and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. On the ground is Barkley to start the drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 3-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. They'll get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
A 1-yard pickup brings up third and 8.
Third, they need 8. Back up to his own goal line, Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Laporta in motion. On first down, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide, It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Laporta in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Into the slide goes Goff. He's been around, knows what to do. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And he just continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
2nd down and 3. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now Goff gonna hold on to it. Fighting for the marker, he loses the football. And I think the Eagles have it. Yes, they do.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the right side, caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
A gain of
12
12 yards.
yards on that hookup. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a 1st down. To the air again, Hurts. Out to his right. Now he'll run. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
The 20-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Hurts will try it again. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. To Hunt. Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles are back within one score. It is an 8-point game.
Eagles 13. Jake Elliott to kick
3
off for
seconds,
Philadelphia.
all that remain in this first half as that one's away. He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Bigsby to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. To throw, Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
On 4th down, the snap comes to Hurts. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. His throw, left side, for Small. He's got it. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Detroit.
It's a gain of 17
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he's in. Rock right. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Eagles 13.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. Getting there. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Gxlden. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step 1. I promise you step 2 on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
To the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Arnold.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That's caught by Gibbs. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On 2nd down, Goff. He'll get this out to his running back. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Gibbs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That is Cooper DeGene in there for the stop.
At the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 7. Laporta in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. No issues there. This one is good. The Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Gxlden now on the return. Oh, He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Now he takes off. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big play that time on 4th and 1. And even 30 yards.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He knocks it through, and the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer.
31. Eagles 20.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. This one complete. It's to Slaw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Here's 3rd and 7. Goff to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's the Lions punt team now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. On 1st down, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really well.
And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will
Back to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
1st and 10.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. We can see the results.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Here's Gibbs.
The ball carrier. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Nine yards from the end zone for 2nd down and goal. Now, Goff. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing, Goff. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
after his field goal, baits back out to kick this one away. Gxlden now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. That's Goddard in motion. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He was taken down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
2nd and 11. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson. Will mark him down just shy of the 40. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 29.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Hurts gonna fire this one out to Smith. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On play action, here's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Aleem McNeil in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's got his man. It's Smith. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
It's a gain of
alive. They got 23 yards on 4th down.
First and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Man in motion is Smith. Again, Hurts. And he'll take it on in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Lions 34.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The tackle made by Brandon Williams. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Goff. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Play action. Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he can't hang on. through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third and 5.
Hurts. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 55 yards on the game.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, it doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at one possession. That's a great start there on first down.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down. You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
From the 2, they're going to go for it here. It is fourth and goal. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. Williams in motion. That's over the middle. Caught by Taslaw. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's second and inches at the 13-yard line.
Second and inches. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Gain of a yard. That's good for a Lions first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
2nd and 5. On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
1st down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Detroit.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Detroit.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Goff. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball say it's 4th and inches.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact, for that matter.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
Look wide, get this one complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Saquon. Touchdown. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to open up the lead to 8.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Lions 34.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On first down, it's Goff. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield. But this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Goff. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and Just nowhere for that back to go.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Lions first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long.
So they find themselves down 8 with less than 2 minutes. You can't act as if this is the final possession of the game. Because remember, if they score a touchdown and they don't convert the 2-point try, they got to have enough time to get the ball back again if they want to give themselves a chance to win this game.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. And the stop is with 65 seconds remaining.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Whoa! And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Gxlden and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.